Right, welcome back everybody to YouTube channel ICObench, and we continue to do video interviews with top experts from ICObench. And today I'm happy to present you another great expert from ICObench. His name is Ong Jun Hao. Ong Jun Hao, I hope that I pronounced it correctly, your name.
Yes, you did.
Thanks for coming to us, and can you please make small introduction about yourself and about what you are doing?
Okay. So I'm the founder and CEO of consulting company for blockchain companies based in Singapore.
Okay.
And right now we are one of the top ICO advisory company covering Asia. So yeah, I founded this company a year ago and have been advising many companies. And it's an honor to be experts on ICO Bench. And I really thank the ICObench company for helping me gain exposure as well in the ICO market.
Excellent. Why you decided to join blockchain market? Because as you know, blockchain is actually brand new market and technology. So why decided to join that?
I think that when I joined this market exactly 1.5 years ago, so it was in July 2017. So unlike many others, I didn't really get to buy Bitcoin at $1, but as an equity investor previously, I was intrigued by the cryptocurrency market. Seeing that it can go up and go down so much within a couple of days, right? So I started investing in cryptocurrency, and as I became an investor, I started on Telegram. And right now on Telegram, I have over 20,000 followers.
Wow.
And since then, people know that I have a keen eye on identifying what are the good ICOs. And as a result, many projects ask me to be their advisor because I know what's the matrix that makes ICO stand out and how do you solidify a token use case. And once that's done, I started knowing that there's a gap in the market. I started Block Connectors, which is an ICO advisory company based in Singapore, and then we start getting clients, and then we slowly start getting more exposure, and slowly over time the market get to know us. And at the same time, I become very involved in the blockchain field. And although blockchain and cryptocurrency is a very new space, but I think because of the exposure given by all these market opportunities, I managed to gain a lot of insights about the market. And it's exciting to see how blockchain has made some of the work right now currently a lot more efficient. And I think it just intrigues me.
I see, I see. Okay, cool. So basically your journey started when you first time heard about Bitcoin. But do you remember when it was when you first time heard about Bitcoin, and what was your opinion? What was your reaction to that?
I think I first started hearing it when it was in 2016.
Mhm.
At that point, I was pretty skeptical because people are just saying, "Oh, you're gonna buy a coin," and I'm like, "Where's the coin?" They're like, "Oh, in the internet." I was like, "Wait, what? I'm paying real money to buy a fake coin in the internet?" So that was the first time I heard about it. At the point, I didn't get in. Some of my friends did, but after we've seen that the price have increased from year 2016 to 2017 to 2018. That's when you realize, oh wait, this is an interesting asset, right? And why? Simply because to most people it's a good store of value, and especially since in the current climate, people are looking to have more decentralized stuff. Not having concentrated power in the power of the government or the banks. And I think that's when Bitcoin caught up in popularity, and that's what got me really, really interested. But I got to know about it, probably around 2016. But sadly, I didn't get in there.
I see, I see. Okay, cool. As you know, during the last year, the market is almost in the bear condition, and especially also, which is very hard for companies to do ICOs. So let's talk about that. Do you still believe that the company still can manage to make initial coin offer or not?
I think in general, we can see that the trend for ICO fundraising is actually slowing down.
Mhm.
And if the question is whether they can raise money or not, the answer is always yes. but it really depends on the fundamentals of the company and as well as the token use case. Right now, I think in this last month, we see that over the course of the probably like the past 12 months, the amount raised for ICO have been decreasing. But the thing is, it's not zero; it's just decreasing. And the main reason is because more weak projects are getting whipped out of the system, whereas the strong projects still stay and continue to raise funds. So I think despite ICOs on downtrend, there's actually something more interesting called the STO, which is Security Tokens Offering, that is actually coming up next. And I think this is an exciting time, especially for those who didn't get to ride the bull market. This is a potential avenue or potential, what do you call, like an interesting kind of like a way of offering tokens that investors can look towards to.
I see.
In this upcoming year.
Okay. From investor point of view, how do you select and rate is this project is good one or not? I mean, if this ICO is good one or not? So what criteria do you use for that?
I think we use quite a lot of metrics, especially on ICObench. We look at the team, we look at the vision, we look at the vision of the company, the product as well, whether or not they have an MVP and stuff like that. But all in all, or from a personal basis, whenever I look at, evaluating a project, the first thing I actually look at is the founder, even before the product itself. So I always make sure that what the founder is doing is relevant to what they are doing right now. And also the fact that, whether or not they have experience managing a team. Sadly to see, most ICOs are actually, the team made up of founders who have no experience in the field at all. And it's very different, just trying to launch an ICO and raise money and then transiting to managing a company. It takes someone of different caliber to be able to manage a company. So whenever I look at ICO, I look at the team. And I think it's an important thing to look at. And sometimes, just by looking at LinkedIn profiles, you might even get red flags, which tells you that, hey, maybe this is not the ICO that you should be investing in. So yeah, I would say that team is number one. Maybe the second thing you look at is actually the product itself. Whether do you think it has potential, whether the market is big enough or not. But to me, that is most of them secondary, because end of the day, I believe with a strong team, having the minds to actually pivot, even though you are in a like a bad market or in the wrong segmentation market, there's still a way to make sure that the product actually works. Yeah.
I see. Okay, thanks. And before we'll finish, I know it is very hard, but what was your opinion about the next 12 months of the market? Do you think that we, for example, reached the bottom, or do you think that it can go more down from your point of view?
Okay, first thing is that whatever I'm saying here is not financial advice.
Yes.
I think it's an important disclaimer. But right now, based on the current market, most of altcoins have been down approximately 90%, and Bitcoin fell from over 20,000 to right now current price is at around 3.5 thousand. So that's approximately around 80% down. I think that there's a chance that the crypto market can still continue to be bearish and might even drop further. But that said, I believe in blockchain in the long run. I know that it's going to do a lot of good, but I still feel the current market for the cryptocurrency, most of them are actually still overvalued. So I think there's a very high chance that the market might still continue going down. But I think once the market becomes more mature, once the STO market is out, I think that's when tokens will become a big hit all over again.
I see. Okay, Jun Hao. Thanks a lot for coming to us, for answering to our questions. Meanwhile, I want to remind to all our viewers that don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel ICObench for such more interviews and great videos. So thanks again, Jun Hao, and I'm wishing you have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you, Maxine.
Thank you.